So another aspect of purpose is not so exciting. It's just the details, the logistics. Because a group could define a purpose and everybody be excited, but then there's some details that will help that group stay on track. So what have you guys learned as you have been a part of a group are the important logistics or the important details that a group just needs to sit down and figure out together in order to make it work?
Communication. You have to keep the communication open. GroupMe app has been great for us.
So group needs to know how we're going to communicate.
Yeah.
What else? What's another logistic that's important?
I think for us in our group, it's food. It's, talking about being busy. All of us, have busy lives. And so what we do is we rotate who's going to bring a meal each week, and it kind of just helps lighten the load a little bit.
Good. That's great. Food is another important logistic. What else?
Where we're going to meet. Like I said, we're in a season where we kind of want to reach other people. So that means we're going to be meeting in public. And so are we going to be meeting in public every week at the same spot, or are we going to rotate out? And so really, because that's become our purpose now, that's a logistic we have to figure out. Where are we going to meet?
So what's another logistic, a detail that's important to think about ahead of time?
I'll say time frame. We always set a time like 1 to 3. The way our group is set up, we'll talk forever. So we definitely set that time frame before, at least a week before group starts.
That's good. That's good. What about childcare? Is that something a group should talk about?
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of rules as far as what the kids can't do. We just kind of like, if we're going to do this, it's going to take a village to raise the kids too. When we were going to another life group, there was at least 2 teenagers, and they would have an activity for them to do during a life group. So we do that sometimes as well.
Viv, I want to go baback to something that you mentioned a little bit ago, and how one of the things that your group has decided to do this year is be more out in the community. And because that can also be an important part of purpose. So talk about that in your experiences in your different groups. How have your groups found ways to be engaged in the community in ways that are important to the group?
One of the groups that I was a part of, we actually got together and mentored a young man that was in the foster care system. And that was one of the most eye-opening experiences we've had. It's something I'll never forget.
That's great.
Our Friday morning guys, we have the best waitresses at this restaurant. And they are awesome. And we just love them. And so it was neat. We have a prayer time at the end. And so I felt compelled to talk to a waitress, our primary waitress, and just said, well, could we pray for you about something? And so she was kind enough to share with me. And so that dominoed into, it was getting near Christmas. And so then we started going, well, we could practically maybe do something here. So we got a little gift for him and had him, all the guys stood up there were about 16 guys. And so we all stood up for him, gave him the gift, and it was in front of the whole restaurant. I mean, this is a big restaurant. And so it was funny. We all clapped for him and then, prayed for him. And then the whole restaurant was clapping for him.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And when you get out and just spend time with other people, rubbing shoulders with other people in the community, and you're mindful, those opportunities just kind of emerge, don't they? They just show up for you. Sometimes you can discover more and more purpose in a group if you just stay with it over time. Because then you begin to develop a shared history and crazy things happen. And the way that relationships come together and seasons of life unfold, that itself sometimes can help bring about a sense of purpose for a group.
I was part of a life group that happened before. I don't know what the purpose was. And through that time, I think people separated and the group kind of disintegrated a little bit. And
I think it was because there wasn't a strong enough sense of purpose to hold it together.
The purpose wasn't clear. So.